going on out there? It's your boy Lad coming to you again with another Blazing Sports Report. I'm here with my compadre here, Josh Bryan, who seems to think that the Clippers have a legitimate NBA title shot this year with the addition of Chris Paul. Now, I'm no expert. I'm no GM. I'm not anything related to the NBA except I analyze what goes on in the league. And you mean to tell me the loss of your backup center, the loss of one of your starting scorers, is going to actually give you a better chance to win the NBA championship with just one player?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to stop you right there. First of all, your backcourt is nothing but point guards. Billups, Chris Paul.
Finals MVP Billups.
Finals MVP for how long ago?
Finals MVP.
How long ago? How long ago did he win the finals?
2004.
My point exactly. You know how old that man is now? The man is 34 years old.
Still makes a big shot.
I'm going to tell you right now. If Caron Butler ain't healthy, if Chris Paul can't stay healthy, he stayed healthy last year. He started 80 games. But who can stop Kobe Bryant on that team? Who can stop Rudy Gay on that team? Who can stop Tim Duncan on that team? Who can stop Kevin Durant on that team? None of these guys that I just listed. You got Billups, Paul, Butler, Griffin, Jordan, Mo Williams, Randy Ford. Those are going to be their key players this year. All of them have one thing in common. Can't nobody stop a legitimate scorer. Caron Butler may be able to slow somebody down, but he ain't going to stop nobody. They have no defenders on that team.
Chris Paul and the defender?
Chris Paul is going to defend what? The point guard position.
Yes.
Do you really think Chris Paul can stop Kobe Bryant? Do you, in your heart?
He can slow him down.
He can slow him down. Explain to me how he can slow him down. Let me know how he can slow him down. I need to hear
He is a great defender. That's how he's going to slow him down.
He's a great defender.
Yes.
He's a great defender. The
Yeah.
man is 6 foot tall. He's 6 foot tall. Kobe Bryant is 6'6", 6'5". One of those two. I don't know.
6'6".
The man is going to play angrier than he ever has this year.
If he's healthy. You ain't breaking up the fact that Kobe Bryant
They said Kobe Bryant has hops again. They saying that Kobe Bryant feels good again. I'm gonna tell you.
They also said that Miami Heat should have won last year.
I never said the Heat should have won last year. I never said the Heat should have won. I hate the Heat.
They said.
Oh, who are they?
I don't know. You just brought up they.
They are idiots.
Kobe Bryant isn't back to.
Kobe Bryant, from what I've heard from various reports, saying that Kobe Bryant is healthy again. He got spring and stuff. I'm gonna tell you.
Until that first back-to-back.
It doesn't matter about the back-to-back. They played a back-to-back on the first day of the season.
Exactly. That's gonna test his knee right there.
That's fine. After you pass that test, what you gonna do?
It's gonna wear him down. The dude been playing 16 seasons. Okay. All right. That's not including the postseason. That probably added on like 1 to 2 seasons, maybe.
I'm gonna tell you right now, an angry Kobe Bryant is gonna take over this league this year for the simple fact.
How come he didn't take over the Mavericks game last year?
I'm gonna tell you why he didn't take over the Mavericks game last year. He did play to his content. Bynum didn't show up. Gasol didn't show up. Odom didn't show up. They still ain't got a point guard. I will give them that credit. The Clippers, if there's one thing the Clippers have, it's a point guard. They got 4 point guards on their team. One of them gonna be starting their shooting guard. Billups cannot hang with anybody on defense. He may be able to slow him down because he's a little bit bigger, but those are against other point guards. He's going against 2 guards now. That's what he's going to be defending, 2 guards. Because you ain't going to have Caron Butler defending these top guys for the simple fact he's going to have to defend the wing position in the 3. Now, I'm going to throw some names out here.
All right.
James Harden.
Okay.
Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Russell Westbrook.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the main 3 for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Westbrook.
Does he fill up buckets?
Yes. To the detriment of his own team.
Hey, last year they got to the Western Conference Finals.
And who cost it for them?
They got to the
Who cost it for them?
Did they get to the Western Conference Finals?
Yes.
Do you think the Clippers gonna get to the Western Conference Finals?
They have the chance to.
They have a chance. Now that is not what you said earlier.
No, I said they have the chance to.
You said they got a chance to win the NBA championship.
Yes.
You really think they got a chance to win the NBA championship?
Yes.
Why?
Because who's going to stop the combo of Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, throwing DeAndre Jordan? Who's going to stop all that? You got the best point guard in the NBA. Don't give me Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose is not the best point guard in the NBA.
You think Chris Paul is better than Darren Williams?
Yes.
You will smoke it. If you honestly can sit here and tell me that Chris Paul is better than Darren Williams, who is a better scorer, who is stronger, who is more durable, who is more clutch than Chris Paul is.
Who is a better point guard? Who is?
You just said the best point guard in the league.
Yes.
Darren Williams can't create for his other teammates?
Yes, he can, but not to the level of Chris Paul.
Can he create for his other teammates?
Yes.
Does he need to do it at the level Chris Paul does? Because
Yes.
Chris Paul don't score.
He can score.
Does he score?
He can.
Does he score?
No, because he's always making everyone around him better.
Has he gotten to the Western Conference Finals?
No.
My point exactly. He can't be at the top. You can't consider him a better point guard just because he makes his teammates better. I'm not taking it away. He's in the top 3. Rose, Williams, Paul. You can interchange them all however you want to. But I'm going to tell you right now, one player is not going to change the whole complex of this team. Because one, they lost the outside scorer. They don't have a legitimate outside scoring threat.
They can go get one.
Who can they go get?
Jamal Crawford.
They are not going to get Jamal Crawford.
Why not? They $14 million under the cap.
They will not go after. If they put it this way, if they go get Jamal Crawford, I think it would hurt the team more than help.
How?
Because one, Jamal Crawford don't want to come off the bench. Billups ain't going to come off the bench. Billups already said if a team that doesn't have championship capabilities sign him, he's not going to be that excited to play. If one of those two going to have to come off the bench. Crawford already said he don't want to come off the bench. The only reason he did it in Atlanta because he had Joe Johnson in front of him. They don't have a legitimate starting shooting guard in front of them. So you mean to tell me, because I know Mo Williams ain't going to want to come off third string behind Chauncey Billups.
First off, someone's going to get traded. They got too many guards. Someone is going to get traded.
They're not going to
They can't trade Billups because of the rules with the whole amnesty thing. Someone is going to get traded off that team. It ain't going to be Bledsoe. It ain't.
Right,
I'm guessing Williams.
Who they going to trade him for?
I don't know.
Ain't nobody going to take the man contract. Man got 2 years left. I think about $20 million.
They can amnesty his ass.
They're not going to amnesty him. They're not going to. This is nothing. They got rid of one contract and Chris came, which I think was another bad move. For the simple fact, it helps out the Hornets. For the simple fact they get cap relief, but at the same time they lose a backup center, which everyone knows you need in this league. You need a backup big man. Because big man ain't going to stick around the whole time. That was the versatility of the Lakers. Because when Bynum needed a break, the Gasol slid over to the 5 spot. You had Odom come in. He played the 4 position. He played the 3. They interchanged them 3 all together in the front court. But now, with Odom gone, the Lakers are going to struggle. I already know the Lakers are going to struggle. They don't have many pieces. The Grizzlies, no one's talking about. But we got to remember this. They pushed the Thunder to 7 games without Rudy Gay.
With Rudy Gay, they would have won that series.
If they had Rudy Gay, I believe they would have won the series too.
They would probably swept the Spurs if they had Rudy Gay.
This is my thing. Rudy Gay on that Grizzlies team is going to change the whole dynamic of that team. That team is young. They play together. They get along well. The wild card is OJ Mayo because you don't know what you're going to get night in and night out. But I would still pick the Memphis Grizzlies over the Clippers. I'm definitely going to take the Dallas Mavericks, world champions, over the Clippers.
Why were they world champions last season?
They were champions because
one
of dirt.
person.
Dirt.
One person.
No.
Tyson Chandler.
No.
He made that team better. He made that team that much better.
How?
Defensively.
One aspect of the game. You still got to score points. When it came to crunch time, who showed up?
Dirk and Terry.
When it comes to crunch time again, who's going to show up?
Dirk and Terry.
That's all you need to know.
But who is their defensive stopper?
Wait. They still got Brendan Haywood down there. Brendan Haywood is a big body. He's more than capable of holding his own in the paint.
Big body doesn't mean good defensively.
Hey, do you not see what a big body did to Dwight Howard last year? Jason Collins, big body. They played him one-on-one.
45 points, though.
It doesn't matter, though. It's a big body. You get frustrated against big bodies. Did Dwight
frustrated that he scored 45 points.
Did Dwight not draw technicals because of that big body?
Yes.
My point is
he also drew 45 points.
All you got to do is frustrate somebody. I'm going to tell you right now. First of all, Clippers don't have a legitimate inside press. Blake Griffin's offensive game.
Really?
Blake Griffin's offensive game is not to the level of a Pau Gasol, of a Mark Gasol. See, the thing that a lot of people don't understand, Blake Griffin is an exciting player, yes. Mm-hmm. He's a very exciting player. I'm not taking that away from him. I'm going to the Clippers game this year. That's a game that I want to go to. If I can choose any game to go to this year, it's going to be Clippers. That's what I'm going. That team is going to be exciting. Offensive side of the ball is going to be great. On the flip side of things, that's where a lot of people are not looking right now. Blake Griffin is not a great defender.
Yes.
DeAndre Jordan, what?
Yes.
Yes. I don't think he will ever reach that echelon. He's athletic enough to do it, yes. But is he there now? No. Is his offensive game there now? No. Blake Griffin gets the majority of his points, offensive rebounds, and alley-oops. That's most of his points. He's very limited offensively. If I'm going
as of last year.
As of last year, we don't know what he did this year. No one's seen Blake Griffin this offseason. I haven't seen him. No one's seen him. I don't know what the man's been doing. But in my opinion, still got to get past Tim Duncan. That team.
A skeleton.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Of his former self.
Hey, 66 games. 66 games. He doesn't have to run full season. He's been resting. He should be good to go. Ginobili has been resting. Ginobili could have been an MVP candidate last year.
He was.
He played for that team.
He actually got some votes.
That's my point exactly. If Ginobili could continue that.
Blake Griffin also got some votes.
Blake Griffin got MVP votes for his excitement in the league. The man is not a full two-way player yet, in my opinion. The man is exciting, he's strong, he's athletic, but he is not at the level of where other teams, big men, are right now. I would put it this way, if you want to go NBA title contenders, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about title contenders. The Grizzlies have a better shot.
I agree with that.
The Thunder have a better shot.
I agree with that as well.
The Lakers have a better shot, in my opinion.
That's where I kind of waver.
Why?
Because they already lost Odom. For some reason, they didn't show up last year.
Mm-hmm.
Bynum has some type of problem. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a health, maybe it's mental. In my opinion, they need to scrap him. Gasol, as good as he is as a power forward, he's soft.
Okay.
That dude is soft.
Yeah, that was proven last year, but at the same time, this is what I'm saying. Gasol can play soft. Bynum can play dirty. Metal World Peace or whatever the fuck he called himself now. He can play however he want to play.
Last year he played garbage.
It all boils down to Kobe, Bean, Black Mamba, Bryant.
He can't carry.
Kobe is upset. Kobe is angry.
Mm-hmm.
I would take an angry Kobe Bryant over any player in the league. Because I know that he's going to come out there.
In the game of one-on-one, yeah.
In the game of basketball in general, I'm taking Kobe Bryant over anybody else.
He cannot carry that team again if they decide not to play.
Kobe Bryant over any player in the NBA because his drive is going to be that much more, knowing that he has lost something that he has to make up for in Lamar Odom. And we haven't even talked about the Mavericks yet. We haven't even got to the point where...
You talked enough about the Mavericks. They lost Tyson Chandler. That wasn't enough.
They got Lamar Odom. They added Vince Carter. They added Delonte West.
You saw Vince Carter in Orlando?
Did you see Vince Carter in Phoenix?
Yes.
Vince Carter in Phoenix look better than Vince Carter in Orlando.
All old people look good when they go to Phoenix. What happened when they leave Phoenix?
I'm gonna tell you right now, him going to Dallas, playing with Jason Kidd again. Jason Kidd gonna create shots for everybody on that team.
Jason Kidd was gonna retire if there wasn't a season this year.
Jason Kidd is gonna create shots. Jason Kidd only got to do one thing. Manage the game. That's all Jason Kidd got to do. Jason Kidd ain't got to do a whole lot except manage the game. You still got Roddy Bobois. If he's healthy, if Roddy Bobois is healthy, we've seen flashes of what he can do. If that boy is healthy, then you got to consider Delonte West going to come in back. They lose Barrett. You get Roddy Bobois, who's been waiting in the wings. He knows the system. Still got Jason Terry. These guys, they're going to come out and prove that this wasn't a one-year fluke. They're going to come out and show people,
it wasn't a one-year fluke.
It wasn't a one-year fluke.
You know why?
Why?
Tyson.
So it wasn't a one-year fluke. So you saying without Tyson Chandler, they can't do it again?
No.
They can't do it again without Tyson Chandler. Why?
They're not that good defensively.
Oh, my God.
They played zone.
So what? Did it work?
Yes.
Did the zone work? Did the zone? It doesn't matter. A zone requires how many players?
5.
5 players work together on the zone, do they not?
Yes.
Did it work?
Yes.
That's all that matters.
Because you know who's anchoring that down?
It doesn't matter who's anchoring it down. You got Sean Marion, who's a great defender. You got Jason Kidd, who may not be as fast, but he's still a crafty defender. Jason Terry plays the lanes. The loss of Deshaun Stevenson, if they don't bring him back, may hurt a little bit. But at the same time, when you look at the team that they have right now, I still don't see how you can honestly say with number 41 on that team that they're still not a legitimate threat to go back.
Yes, they're a legitimate threat.
Especially if he plays like he did.
Are they going to win? No, but they are a threat.
So you say the Clippers could beat them in a 7-game series?
No. Not right now. Not as constituted.
Not as constituted. So what do the Clippers... For you to say that the Clippers got a chance to win the NBA title, but you just said that they can't beat the Dallas Mavericks in a 7-game series, they're basically saying that the Clippers can't win the NBA championship.
They don't have to beat the Mavericks.
It doesn't. Bro, can they beat the Lakers in 7?
Yes, I believe they can.
You think they can beat the Lakers in 7 games?
Yes, I do.
What are you smoking?
By the way they exited last year, it's going to be Kobe Bryant and that's it.
Has that stopped them before?
Yes.
When?
Last year.
Last year, Gasol didn't show up.
Yes.
That wasn't his fault. That wasn't Kobe's fault. You think Kobe gonna actually think about?
He can't do it by himself. Not anymore.
That's the thing. Gasol came in. Kobe was still the man. Gasol's second year, they did it without buying him. Kobe can carry this team by himself. And the reason I say that is because the man is angry. He's motivated.
And he's old.
He's not. Kobe is a veteran. He is not old. Kobe is a veteran. He may be exiting his prime. Kobe's prime may not be up until the man is 40 years old. We don't know. It's all about how the man body.
Those knees are not going to last until he's 40 years old. It's
all about how the man's body holds up, and that is what it's going to be. And I think if Kobe Bryant, like I said, this is the thing that a lot of people are not realizing. This is a shorter season.
Yes.
It's a 66-game season.
Yes.
The grind is not that heavy.
Yes, because it's more compact now.
Just because it's compact. Hold up.
It's going to wear them out.
Hold up. It's a compact schedule, yes.
Yes.
But are they playing the same amount of games?
No.
That's all that matters. You're playing less games. That means you don't have to go as hard every night. You don't have to go hard for 82 games. You don't have to go hard for 82 games. This is going to help Kobe. This is going to help Duncan. This is going to help the Celtics.
The Celtics are complaining about it already.
The Celtics are complaining about training camp and how close and packed that is. That is what they're complaining about. They're not complaining about the schedule. They're complaining how it's rushed, but at the same time, they're playing less games. That's the thing that ultimately it boils down. You're playing less games. You're playing less minutes. There's less wear and tear on your body. They basically, put it this way, teams that get to the finals are going to play a full regular season. A team that make it to the final will end up probably playing a full 82-game season. Mm-hmm. You take away that, you looking, like I said, it's a shorter schedule. People don't have to worry about being hurt as much. And this is the thing, NBA players, some shift how they look in terms of dieting and exercise and all that, but for the most cases, these guys stay in good shape. Kevin Durant, I'm gonna tell you right, Thunder, Grizzlies, young teams.
Yes.
Young legs.
Yes.
Young legs in the shorter season means more explosiveness.
Yes.
Throughout the rest of the season.
Yes.
The Clippers are a mix. They are a very, 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 very good mix. Because you got some good players that are young, you got some good players that are a little aged. Chris Paul, we got to see if the man stays healthy. Caron Butler, we got to see if he stays healthy. Caron Butler has a little bit of an injury history behind him as well. But, like I said, they don't have anybody that can stop any of these players on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to be great offensively, but on the defensive side of the ball is where the problems are going to show up. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care how great you are offensively, Warriors come to mind, the Nuggets come to mind.
Old Phoenix teams.
Phoenix teams come to mind. They couldn't do it on the defense.
But they had a shot. That's all I'm saying. That the Clippers have a shot.
The Clippers do not have a shot to win the NBA title this year. In my opinion, they will not win it this year. They still need a scorer. Blake Griffin was their leading scorer with a limited offensive game. How did he get all his points? Offensive rebounds and dunks. That's how he got all his points. Mm-hmm. Do you have a consistent scorer on the offensive end? No, you traded that away, Eric Gordon. they're going to miss Eric Gordon more than a lot of people think. For the simple fact, Chris Paul can create shots for everybody else, but he's not a scorer. Chauncey Billups can knock down threes, but he's not a scorer. Caron Butler can do some things offensively, but if he's not healthy, he's not a scorer. Blake Griffin is a one-dimensional player, in my opinion, that's attacking the basket with ferociousness, but he's not a scorer. DeAndre Jordan is athletic. He can block shots, but he's not a scorer. They do not have a scorer on that team. And until they find one, I don't care who you put together, they are not going to win the NBA championship.
Your definition of a scorer and my definition of a scorer.
What is a scorer?
Someone who can score over 20 points.
That is not a scorer.
Yes, it is.
That is not a scorer.
Yes, it is.
So
in my opinion.
So Blake Griffin is a scorer?
Yes.
Blake Griffin is not a scorer.
In my opinion, he is.
A scorer is somebody who can create their own shot, who can do it on a nightly basis, who doesn't need help every time they get the ball. Kobe Bryant is a scorer. Carmelo Anthony is a scorer. Kevin Durant is a scorer. Manu Ginobili is a scorer. Those are scorers. D Wade is a scorer. LeBron James is a scorer. Why? Because all these guys can create their own shots and do it on a nightly basis. Chris Paul can create his own shot, but he can't.
Is Ray Allen a scorer?
Ray Allen is a scoring threat, but he's not a scorer. I would not give Ray Allen the title of scorer. He's a scoring threat. Because if you look at that Boston team, Rondo gets him his shots. Ray Allen creates his shot running off the screens. He doesn't create his own shot off the dribble. Monte Ellis is a scorer. Create off the dribble. He can attack the basket. You got to be able to do all aspects of the game. That's why I said Kevin Durant can do it inside, outside, in the post, just like Melo can do it. Just like Kobe can do it. Just like Ginobili can do it. They don't have that on the Clippers team. Until they get that, they still going to be a one-sided team. I will not see them getting nowhere near close to winning the NBA championship with this team currently constructed. They still need another piece, and I think they gave up just a little bit too much in order to get Chris Paul. If they could have kept that draft pick, they could have got a draft pick from somebody else. I think that would have helped them out come next year. But this year, they do not have a chance to win the NBA championship, in my opinion.
I didn't say they were going to win it. All I said was they got a shot.
They do not have a shot.
They have a legitimate shot.
They do not have a legitimate shot to win it all this year.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
In my opinion, this 66-game season is just going to hurt the older teams. People who are carried by their older stars. The Celtics, the Spurs, the Lakers, to a lesser degree, the Mavericks are going to be hurt by this game season because it's just going to be rushed on them. It's going to be rushed. It's going to put some wear on those bodies.
I'm going to tell you right now. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, it was the Chicago Bulls. The Chicago Bulls were the last team to play their first game of the regular season. They played their first game of the regular season 5 days after the season had started. 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
How was that really going to help your team out? You got to also think about this. You had teams with an 82-game season who are off sometimes 3 and 4 days. When you riding that wave of momentum and you lose that momentum during those breaks, it hurts your continuity as a team, especially teams that's bringing in new pieces like the Clippers.
I would rather lose that momentum than lose my body.
I would rather have cohesiveness going forward as a team.
In a ragged body?
Because it gets your team to know each other well in game time situations, and that's what's going to happen with these teams like the Clippers, like the Grizzlies, like the Thunder. They already know each other. In the Thunder and Grizzlies, they know each other. But the Clippers, they're going to need this time. If this was a full 82-game season, the Clippers would never, I don't even think they would be as successful as they would be this year with a shortened season, because they have to play more together. Because there's more game time situations that go on, they can learn from each other on what they're going to do in certain situations. These teams like the Thunder and the Grizzlies, they got the young legs. It's going to benefit them more.
Yes.
Teams like the Celtics and the Spurs is going to benefit them because I'm going to tell you why. Because now it's no longer let's rest until we get to the finals. Let's rest until we get to the playoffs. That's not going to be an issue.
They can't.
The issue is going to be they got to go hard.
Yes.
They got to go hard.
And it's going to take a toll on their body.
It's not going to take a toll. I'm going to tell you why it's not going to take a toll. Because teams like the Spurs, they have young pieces. DeJuan Blair. They drafted Kawhi Leonard. They still got James Anderson from last year. They're bringing in T.J. Ford. Who, if T.J. Ford is healthy, will be a viable backup to Tony Parker. those guys will come in and they can spell these guys for a good little minute. And these players can still get their rest.
Would you trust the full game to those people you just mentioned?
Yes.
The full game.
Yes.
Without Ginobili, without Tony Parker, without Tim Duncan.
Yes.
If they were out, if all three of those were out for an entire game, would you still trust every single one of those people you just mentioned?
Yes, I would. I'm going to tell you why. Because like I said, you get to learn your teammates in game time situations. And everybody know that in game time situations is when you got to show up. And with these guys playing together in a shortened season, on more games packed into a tighter schedule, I think they will learn how each other plays more. They will learn where each other will show up instead of having to worry about where they're going to do it at in practice. In the game time situation, these guys will come together. They will look, okay, this is where he's going to be. I know where he likes to get the ball. That's what's going to happen. The Clippers will advantage from that. But like I said, without a score, they're not going to have a chance. I would not trust going out saying, hey, Billups, I need you to go out here and give me 20 points a game. I'm not going to trust going to Caron Butler saying, I need you to go out there and give me 20 points a game. Because I don't think they can do it on a nightly basis. Because you got to remember, Caron Butler, when he was an all-star, that was in Washington. We had Jameson and you had Arenas around him when they were still decent players. They were still dropping 20. Arenas was the leading scorer on that team, not Butler. But because they played so well together, that's what helped them. The Clippers still got to learn each other. Billups is going to have to learn how to play the two, and I still, like I said, I don't think they have anybody on the defensive side of the ball that you could really say is a legitimate stopper. The Grizzlies got Tony Allen. The Mavericks got Sean Marion. Thunder got Tyrell Cephalosha. Lakers got Ron Artest. Ron Artest is the only defensive player, or middle world piece. He's only a defensive player. Everybody has a defensive stopper.
Is his last name Piece of World?
I don't know what it is. I give up trying to figure this out. Ginobili can stop people on the defensive end. Kawhi Leonard is a defensive player out of San Diego State. It's a freak of nature. He was a steal in the draft. The thing I'm saying is, without a scorer and without a stopper, which they don't have, and even with that, Chris Paul was in the top of the league in steals, yes, but he got that playing passing lanes. Chris Paul plays passing lanes. It's not really a lockdown defender. And especially given his knee problems, he's not going to be as quick as other players are in the league. But I'm not saying that's going to limit him, but at the same time, it's not going to be, I'm not going to say I'm going to trust him to go out here and stop a guy who get 20 points a night, especially at the point guard position, where you don't really have that many point guards to worry about in the Western Conference as you do in the Eastern Conference. Because in the Eastern Conference is where most of the scoring point guards are. Western Conference, you got to worry about the actual scores in the league. And they don't have anybody that can stop a score in the Western Conference, and that's what's going to hurt them ultimately. Blake Griffin is a one-dimensional player, and they don't have anybody that can fill it up on a nightly basis. That's all I'm saying. For that reason, they are not title contenders this year.
Were Phoenix title contenders the 2 years that Steve Nash got MVP?
Yes, because they had Amari Stoudemire in the paint. They still had Sean Marion on that team. Sean Marion was still a good defender. Amari Stoudemire was still a force on the inside, and Steve Nash.
So one defender makes a team a good defensive team.
One defender is all you need. When you got somebody as versatile as Sean Marion on the defensive side of the ball, who can guard twos, can guard threes, can guard fours, that's what you need. They don't have that. Tyrell Cephalosha can guard twos and threes and point guards.
Did Dallas have that this year?
Does Dallas have it this year? They still got Sean Marion.
The older Sean Marion.
It doesn't matter. They still got Sean. Sean Marion is a primary.
He was there before. He was there before last season too.
Sean Marion is a defensive player first, and he gets garbage points on the outside looking in. Jason Kidd is a crafty defender. If you didn't watch the finals last year, then you don't know what a crafty defender is. If you watch the finals, he took apart Mario Chalmers on defense. Mm-hmm. He took apart Curry point guard on defense. He's a crafty defender. He doesn't have to be a lockdown player, but he's crafty.
They had those two the year before Tyson Chandler got there.
It doesn't matter.
What happened?
Hold on. Did they play zone the year before he got there?
I don't believe so.
My point is that they instituted the zone, but it still takes 5 players to do it. Jason Terry is another crafty defender. They have more than one crafty defender. Sean Marion is another. He can guard multiple positions.
But do they have a lockdown?
They don't have a lockdown. But they don't have any defenders on the Clippers team.
They can score enough. I believe they can score.
No. You just brought up Phoenix as saying that they were a team that had no defense but scored a lot.
Yeah.
And for that reason, they weren't whatchamacallit.
They were.
Also, so you call them the title contender.
Yes.
You call them the title contender.
Phoenix was a title contender those 2 years.
Those 2 years. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Just trying to make sure. Anyway, this has been a debate on the Blazing Sports Report. I honestly don't believe that the Clippers have a legitimate title shot this year. This guy does. Hit me up with your comments. Twitter.com/Blaze187A's, Twitter.com/Titan0, Facebook.com/Blazing Sports Report. Hit me up, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe, like, comment, whatever you want to do. Just hit me back. I want to hear from y'all. Larry Jenkins, Josh Bryan, Blazing Sports Report. I'll holler.